Hi everybody, it's Tina here with Loving Life's Little Moments, and this is day 4 of my Project Life introduction. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about paper today. And if you've been following the blog, or my YouTube channel, you know I love paper. And I love buying paper, and I have a ton of it. This is some of my pattern paper. If you watch my paper storage video, you can see how I organize both of these crates, but this is some of my pattern paper. And then if we come over here, this and these crates, I have, most of that is all paper. And then I have some right under my desk. Right there is my Christmas paper and some other paper. So one of the things that I did not want to lose when I started Project Life, one of the things that when I was researching it, I wanted to know is I don't want to lose all that paper. I mean, I've spent years collecting this paper and I love it, and I don't want to not buy paper. And so the great thing is that if you don't have any paper at all, instead of trying to find paper that coordinates, you could buy the core kit that Project Life comes with, and you would have paper that coordinates, and you could just jump right in and do your album and it'd be fine. But if you're like a lot of other people out there, me included, you love buying this paper, I'm going to show you, today we're going to do 2 layouts. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do a layout, and I'm going to show you just using your scrapbook paper. So I really enjoy getting these paper packs that just coordinate. This is one that I got when I'm doing my girls' room, and I'm doing it in owls. And so this one I originally got so that I could do some decorating in their room. But these paper packs are really great to get because everything coordinates. So I've used a couple of these. You can see that I've used a couple of these sheets in here, and it's just great because you just go through and you pick a couple sheets and like all these colors coordinate, so it makes it super simple. So if you have a little bit more of a difficult time putting together paper, or you're not sure what coordinates, they have these paper packs. You just get them and then you're going to be able to coordinate. So I'll put that away in a minute. I don't want my paper to get ruined. So let's go on over to my table and let's get started, and I'm going to show you 2 different layouts that I put together using some paper that I have and how simple it is. Okay, everybody, I am going to show you, I've picked 2 sets of pictures and some really simple products to use. So I'm going to use a couple punches, and then I might use this Robin's from My Pink Stamper, her stamp set Sweet Baby, and then also I thought this ribbon might go. So I just picked some stuff that would coordinate. I tend to pick paper based on my pictures, and these photos, it's of little Andrew, and he's kind of in gray and my daughter's in white, and so that's kind of what I picked my paper based on. So for this particular layout, I had this paper pack, and I got this at Ross a couple years ago. It was super cheap. I think I paid $7.99 for it, and it had some really great prints in it. And so all these prints are going to coordinate with each other. So if you wanted to take and use a couple different pieces of paper, you could totally do that. And so what I wanted to point out about doing Project Life this way is the fact that it's so easy to pick paper, okay? Because you are allowing your paper to, in a sense, be an embellishment. And to where before I might try to cover this paper up, it has little stars on it, you can see. And so where before I might try to cover this all up, or I might just use a strip of it, or, you know, you have the ability to allow your paper to be an element on the page that can be enjoyed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this gray piece of paper as my base. Now, if you just were using the page protectors, you wouldn't need an entire base, okay? Because when you're using the page protectors, you can just slide your pictures in. So it makes it easier and you use less paper. Like really, I would only probably need a strip of this to use if I had a page protector. But if you don't have the page protectors, you can do a layout exactly like I'm doing and just use the basic idea of the layout of the page. So I'm gonna have this picture here and this picture here and this one here and this one here. So this basically is gonna be my layout. Okay, so I'm going to corner round all of my corners with my corner rounder. Now that I have my pictures corner rounded, I'm now going to take and I'm going to trim down my decorative paper. So I want one 4x6 piece. So I've corner rounded that piece and it's going to go right here. Then I have these two pieces. I'm going to use a sheet of Very Vanilla just because it happens to coordinate. And then I'm going to have a couple pieces that are 3x4. And you'll find when doing this method that sometimes it needs to be like a little smaller than like a 3x4, like maybe like a 3¼ by 4 to like make it fit. Just because with the page protectors, you are going to have a seam that is in your page protector that it's not a 3x4. I've noticed fits really snug, and so sometimes you have to have you have to trim a little bit off. And I've glued down this much of it, and so can you believe like I'm almost done with this layout, and I had no clue what I was going to do when I started. So this is really, I'm taking you from start to finish of my thing, my process. I'll use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it just like this, and I'm going to punch out some stars. This is just a star punch I have. It's nothing special. It's a Creative Memories star punch that I've had. And then I'm going to take my Very Vanilla down to a 3x4. Makes it so simple using this method because you're just using all the same cuts or same sizes. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and put this here, and I'm going to do my journaling on this. And then I'm going to cut a couple more punch a couple more stars. And because I'm not using a page protector, because I'm just gluing it down to a 12x12 piece of paper, I can overlap a few things and it's okay. If I happen to be using the page protectors, I wouldn't be able to overlap my embellishments just because they're in a page protector. So that's why being able to use both methods is really going to work for me. It's very simple. I just put together this layout. I'll journal right here. And I think I'm going to do a stamp. So I'm going to glue the rest of this down, and then I'll do my journaling at a later time, but this is my layout from start to finish, and you guys saw the process. And so it's super simple, and I'm not even worried. Like the reason that this method works is because it's so simple. You do a layout. You don't have to worry about it. If I want to cut something later for that, I will. If I want to take another piece of paper from in here that coordinates, you know, maybe some stripes or something, and I want to put it right here and use it as an embellishment, I totally could do that. So let me glue this down. I'll take a picture of that, and then I have one more layout to show you guys. I'm going to do that one start from finish as well. Okay, everybody, really quickly, I just wanted to show you, I got everything down, and then I just added a couple other elements that I just wanted to share. I added some stitching, faux stitching up the side, up each side. And then I hand wrote with my white gel pen. I just wrote Kayla and Andrew, and I wrote the date. And then I added some white dots to the middle of my stars. And then also I stamped a little baby foot. And in Robin Stamps, that same stamp set, there is a little baby foot. And I just thought it was really super sweet. And so I just added that to the bottom, and so the only thing that's left is I'll do my journaling. So that was one entire layout.